I know that we were one of the biggest subscribe channels in terms of paying subscribers in the world. So we've been able to obviously make a success of it, which I don't know that many people have. I don't know. But I don't know if people are committing to it. A lot of the creators that I've spoken to that have trialed it haven't been able to make it a success because they kind of don't really know what extra to give or how they should do it.
In this episode, we talk with Mark Coyle, also known as Ladbaby. Mark began his social media career when he created Ladbaby blogs. Mark found his niche when he went viral with dad hack videos. Mark, along with his wife Roxanne, have boosted their channel with parody songs dedicated to sausage rolls, becoming the #1 Christmas single in 2018 and 2019.
This is Creative Disruption, the intersection where entertainment, data, and creativity meet. Here's your hosts, Ricky Ray Butler and Derral Eves.
All right, welcome back to the Creative Disruption podcast, where we're talking about disrupting the industry. And I'm here with my friend Ricky Ray Butler. How you doing, Ricky?
I'm doing fantastic. You almost messed up that intro.
I almost did. It's been like a while, but we were on sabbatical for a little bit because we like to take time off with our families, and especially for the holidays, right?
What did you do for the holidays?
Oh, I was in Singapore and Hawaii, and it was amazing, just That's amazing. Awesome. So, well, let's kind of jump right in. I'm really excited to get back into the podcast scene and kind of have some things that's going on, a lot to discuss. It's been a while, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So here's the thing. We're here in London at VidCon, and I bet you there's parties going on, right? Influencer parties, you got brand parties.
You know what? I don't know about any of the parties here.
Like, seriously?
Yeah, I don't. Whenever I come here, I have jet lag. So, like,
you just sleep the whole time?
The sun goes down, I just go straight to bed.
Now, you are notorious of getting into the party. I know when we first met, there wasn't a party you couldn't get into. You were never invited, but you always got in. Like, how did that work?
Before I got successful in my business, I used to just, bluff my way in.
Okay. Everybody needs to know this.
My name's Ricky Ray Butler, so I just say, hey, I'm Ricky Ray.
Don't you know me?
I'm on the list. and that usually get me into parties. It's like I got into some interesting Hollywood parties growing up.
And I got to have a story here because, there has to be a story behind this.
Well, there's one time where I was in Manhattan. I think I was at what was it called? Was it Affiliate Summit or Ad Tech? It was one of those, big, advertising technology conferences.
Right.
And I remember just being on the street and then noticing that there's the Olsen twins and the cast of Gossip Girl on the red carpet.
And you're like, I'm going in there.
Yeah, that's just what I did. I just went in there. I was like, oh, I'm Ricky Ray. And they got confused and I was very confident and they let me on the red carpet.
There you go.
And so I started doing that ever since. Back in the day, I came from a redneck town up in the mountains.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have connectivity originally with celebrities or with any brands or conferences. I didn't know how to play the game. So I just kind of, weaseled my way in, figured it out.
Weaseled is the correct word.
Well, I just got really creative.
Yeah, there we go. No, but
I'm a very good looking man.
But I have always found, especially with conferences and parties and networking, there's a lot of really crazy influencer parties I've been to.
Oh, yeah.
It is, but it's all about the connections, right? Like you meet people and you're able to develop a relationship with them.
Yeah, that's where business, that's where a lot of relationships can start, but that's also where a lot of business is done. You go and you socialize and it's a good way to, build a relationship and you work together.
Yeah. So I guess the moral of the story is weasel your way into parties to meet the people that you need to meet. Is that what it is?
First of all, just try to make a connection with somebody that is going to the party.
All right, there we go. Because I always ask to try, hey, Ricky, get me into this party. You're like, okay, I got you taken care of.
Yeah. But no, but especially in this space, there's a lot of creators when you go to, let's say, like a playlist or a VidCon,
right,
or a Vid Summit. There's a lot of different parties that are taking place, and that's where you can really rub shoulders with creators and have a casual conversation.
Absolutely, but we don't party at Vid Summit. I just want you to let you know about that.
You don't know about the parties.
Oh crap! I'm not invited. Can't weasel my way in.
There's an underground movement that you don't know about. You can talk to Jimmy.
There we go.
He's the one that throws those parties.
Yeah,
I'm just joking.
He actually did have a party.
Did he? Oh, that's funny. No, but it's a good place to build a network. And I remember the first VidCon, I don't think there weren't really any official parties outside of the VidCon party, but that's where I got to meet a lot of creators that I had digital relationships with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So why don't you introduce our guest today? Because I think you met him at an influencer party, right?
Yes.
Was it a crazy influencer party?
It was actually earlier this year. It was at the TikTok party at VidCon.
Okay, it had to be.
And it's actually a pretty good story. I'll have to tell the story.
Okay.
So me and Mark from Ladbaby,
Hello.
nice to have you here, Mark.
Thank you very
You want
much
me to
for
tell
having
the
me.
story, or do you want to tell the?
You tell it. You tell it.
You start it, and I'll tell you my perspective.
Wait. He's going to tell the story, and then you can tell the truth. How does
Yeah,
that sound?
I'll tell you what was lies.
Okay, you're now starting. I am not going to give into that crap. All right.
Okay,
So,
so
let's talk about the dark van that we're forced into with the tinted window.
yeah, so we'd had our first day at VidCon, me and my wife, and we'd heard about some parties going on. We're not cool. We didn't know what was going on. And so
Derral relates to that.
I know all about that.
I'm in LA, I'm in a foreign country, I don't know what I'm doing. Somebody goes, oh, follow me. I got into this sort of weird camper van that had tinted windows. I didn't know where it was going.
And that's where we met, right?
And yeah, everyone's in there, everyone's laughing and seems a little bit drunk. And I'm like, this sounds great. I'm just going to go with it or I'm going to die.
I was
It's
just laughing nervously,
Yeah,
trying to, find some lemons. I mean, lemonade out some lemons.
And then it drove around for a bit and we got out and there was like hundreds of people trying to get into this party and it was a TikTok party. I'm not even on TikTok. So I felt guilty being there trying to get into a party. I'm not even on that social media platform. And then, we all sort of hung around outside for a bit. And then the next minute, we've somehow got queue jumps and we're going in, but then I never see you again. I see you outside. We have a little hello after we got off the tinted
so we got
van.
our ticket into the party at the same time.
Right.
And I was coming in with you guys. I mean, I was at the very end of the line and I was walking in when we were getting, ushered in.
Yeah.
And I turn around and I notice there's a couple different creators that, my company's worked with in the past, like My Life as Eva,
Yeah.
Brent Rivera, and like several different creators.
But they're back of the queue. Leave them. They're dead to me. They're dead to me now. We're queue jumping.
They were getting mobbed, and there was I could see the writing on the wall that these people were going to be in trouble. So I ran and I gave one of them my pass, and I then talked to the TikTok
seems
staff.
like a lie.
Told them
This
to save
isn't what
them.
really happened.
No,
Come on.
That's exactly what happened. I was nervous for these people getting hurt because
Right.
I've seen
Oh, he was really nervous.
influencers getting trampled, and so I basically got them in, and I asked for like some more favors, and we got like 5 tickets, and there wasn't one for me, so I went back to my apartment and slept, or my hotel.
And the reality is he just wanted to go home and sleep.
Probably.
That was it.
No, I actually met with you and Jeff Harmon.
Okay.
And we had that debate.
Oh, was that time?
Yes.
What really happens?
So
I
it
got
was like right after
I got
that.
to the front and went, "Don't let this guy in."
Is that what happened?
That's what really happened. Yeah.
All right, so
fun.
we come to the conclusion that you guys met at a
Yes.
party. Why don't you kind of give us a little bit of background of what you do and so people can understand?
I do a Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram channel called Ladbaby. It was quite simple. I'm a lad and I had a baby. And it was that simple of coming up with a name for what it was going to be. And it started when I found out I was going to have a baby, me and my wife, and I thought I'd start initially blogging about it. I took photos and wrote little bits about it. And then after about a year, it developed into, I thought I'd do a video. At that point, I had about 2,000 followers after a year. I did a video and somehow it got 1 million views in less than 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
On the first video. And I was like, okay, I should probably do more videos. And so I did. I was working Monday to Friday, and then every Saturday I'd shoot a video and post it on a Sunday. And I did that I've been doing that for sort of 3 years. And I gave up my job about 6 months ago. So
Oh, wow.
full-time.
Wow, congrats.
Thank you. Yes, a full-time Ladbaby for about 6 months now.
There you go.
No, I mean, one thing that's very special about, you guys and what you guys are doing, I mean, most people from the UK that become creators, usually most of their audience is from the US,
Right.
but you guys actually have the majority of your audience that are actually from the UK, which
Yeah.
is huge. Like that, I mean, you have millions of followers, and it is like 80%. Like, what's the percentage that are actually from the UK?
Yeah, it's probably 70-80% are UK.
Yeah, I mean that's really an anomaly.
It is.
I mean,
It really
especially
is.
if you're a digital first creator. Like
Right.
if you're like a local TV star, that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
But being that you are a digital first creator,
Yeah.
most of the creators here in the UK, most of their audience is from the US.
I think that's because most influencers probably live a desirable life.
Yeah.
I don't. And so I think a lot of English people can relate to my mundane life and struggling with kids and trying to make the best of life. Where Americans probably look at that and go, that looks rubbish. I'm not following that. But I don't know. That's my take on it.
That is hilarious. So you try, like, your content's just authentic, real, just kind of who you are?
Yeah, it's just everyday life, and we sort of do a variety of things from dad hacks was probably the first thing that sort of, broke us onto the scene. That's what we was doing a lot of, trying to save people money. Instead of like buying a stair gate to stop your kids going into a room, I just cut a door in half. So it was like a barn door.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was just doing, I built a baby walker instead of buying one for 60 quid out of like plumbing, piping and wheels. And a lot of it was about saving people money in the beginning. And now it's developed into days out, whether or not we go somewhere like Disney for the day or pranking or basically anything now. It's just whatever we can do that's a bit of fun, and we sort of wind each other up, and that's it. That's why we do it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Well, I'm sure there's probably like some strategy there. If you're talking about things that people can afford, there's probably a lot of people that can relate to that.
Yeah, I think that there's obviously so many people become parents at some point, and it is very difficult.
Changes your life.
Yeah,
it does.
Totally.
It definitely does.
Yeah, and there's sort of the first thing that I noticed when I started doing this is there was very few people that was sort of showing that mum and dad can still be fun.
Yeah.
Because most people have kids and their life changes, and it is so hard, but it's not really looked as like a desirable thing, and parents are seen as boring. And I was like, you know what? Having a kid actually means you get to relive your childhood.
That's
like,
right.
As a 30-year-old man, I can't go to Legoland, but I can with kids. Like, it's weird on my own, and that's what's amazing. Like,
As long as that influencer van, you attention that you're not going with that.
This is it. So but I think that's why I try and make being a dad fun and enjoy it, and yeah, I think that's what it's about, and that's what I try and make people laugh in, parenting.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. What are you guys seeing? Where are things going with your content? Is it mainly doing days out? Like, what do you see as like the stuff that you guys want to do in the future?
You know what? It's really funny. We sat down with Facebook last week and we looked at all our videos from the last 12 months to see if there was actually a pattern in the things that was performing better, whether it was hacks or days out or just crazy stuff we do, and there's actually no pattern to it whatsoever. It's absolutely so annoying. But it's amazing because I think it was like in August, the most successful video we did was a day out, and then the following month it was a hack, and the following month it was a prank, and I think that's quite nice. It means that we can be creative in a number of ways. We've not got to focus on a certain thing, and it's frustrating because you never quite know which one is the best route to go down. But it means that creatively we can sort of go down different routes. It was exciting what we've been able to do the last couple of years with songs. I wouldn't necessarily say that we can sing, but
you're at the top of the charts, though,
and you
right?
know sausage rolls.
I know a lot about eating, especially sausage rolls. So that was definitely good.
I think most of our audience are American. You want to explain what a sausage roll is?
Oh my God, I don't understand how America doesn't have sausage rolls. What's not to love? It's basically sausage meat covered in pastry.
See, that's what you need.
Like
it's like pig in the blanket, but not a hot dog. It's a
sausage roll.
I don't understand. Like, Americans love anything that's like fatty, and I don't understand why they don't like a sausage roll.
That's a generalization. No, most Americans don't like fatty stuff, right, Derral? Like, we don't.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ricky. I plead the fifth.
The two overweight people at the table.
3.
You're not overweight.
You're overlengthed.
Yeah, true.
So you had a couple big hits. I mean, you actually had so you decided, hey, I'm going to put out this parody. Is that what it was, or what was the?
Yeah, it was basically 2 summers ago. I didn't realize how many sausage rolls I basically ate in videos. So it turns out that I was eating in videos, and people were going, "Why is he always eating a sausage roll?" And so it became a bit of an ongoing joke with some of our followers. And then one of them tweeted me and went, "Have you ever thought about making a song about sausage rolls?" And they suggested we built this city on rock and roll, changing we built this city to sausage rolls. So I was like, okay, well, this is summer. I've got a bit of time. I should release it at Christmas because that's when, the big music charts has a bit of fun and people release novelty songs, and they have done over the years. So I thought I'll see if I can pull it off. And so I just started talking to people. We knew someone that was in like a bit of a band. He said he was going to help us produce it. And we wrote the song in a day, we recorded it in another day, and it was just done over a weekend. And that was it. And we did it in like October.
That's amazing.
And just sat on it. And I was just like panicking for months going, I'm going to look so silly because I can't sing. And I'm going to release this to the world and I'm going to look such an idiot. But yeah, no, Christmas came around and we wanted to, I literally wanted to make top 40 so I could tell my friends I was a pop star. That was only the thing I wanted to achieve. And we decided that we was going to do it for a charity. We decided the Trestle Trust, which is people living in poverty in the UK.
That's great.
It was something that we felt passionate about and something we'd had, ties with in the past. And and we released it a week before Christmas and it got, I think, 70,000 sale units in a week.
Oh, wow.
And we beat Ariana Grande to #1 at Christmas.
That's amazing.
And that was
With sausage rolls.
That's a huge accomplishment.
That should teach her.
yeah. And then we did it. And then we did it again this year. We wasn't going to do it again, and everyone kind of kept
Did you
saying,
hit #1 again?
"Yeah,
Whoa.
That's twice.
we've had 2 Christmas #1s.
Wow.
Which has only ever been achieved by the Spice Girls and the Beatles. In
There
the
you go.
UK.
There you go.
Christmas #1s has only been done by those guys. So it was, we decided we was going to do it again. This year we did I Love Rock and Roll to I Love Sausage Rolls, the Joan Jett classic.
So are sausage rolls something that people eat around Christmas or the holidays?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's very trending.
Come on, guys. Do your sausage roll research here. Come on.
Hey,
They are
I
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know it existed.
I know my English cuisine. I'm actually really into like smoked haddock,
Right.
beef Wellington.
Right, that's too posh.
Jellied ills.
All this is too posh for me. Right.
Jellied ills.
I don't think anyone eats them here, do they? I think that's one of those things that's like
They still have places.
underground places.
Yes.
Yeah, no, sausage rolls. I think the big sort of bakery brand over here sells, it's something silly like 5 a second in the UK.
Really?
They're just huge over here, and everyone eats them at Christmas, and it's just part of a Christmas tradition here. And
with the Christmas pudding, right?
with a Christmas pudding, no, you'd have it like as it's a hot snack between.
We
meals.
just offended everyone here in the UK. Like every person.
Honestly, I'm about to flip this table. So it's a bit of fun again. We did it for charity again this year, and this year we sold more units. I think it was 90,000 in a week this year.
That is amazing.
And this year, we kept away people like Stormzy and Mariah Carey from #1, and we did it again.
Hey,
So-
you know who Stormzy is?
I have no idea.
He's like the top hip hop artist in the UK.
Yeah,
That is
he's
awesome.
incredible.
So let's take a step back a little bit, because you mentioned that you just barely went, like 6 months ago, that you went full time on as an influencer, social media, right?
Yeah.
Like, what were you doing before?
Graphic designer was my real job. So that's what I'd done for like 10 years, building websites and
That's really cool.
designing
Really cool.
brands. And I definitely think that's something that's helped with growing of our own sort of brand.
Oh,
Exactly.
absolutely. That's a huge advantage.
And what was the deciding factor? I mean, when did you say, "Hey, we can actually do this full time"? Like, what was your thought process?
I guess for us, because my wife basically gave up work when we had our first child. And so the plan was for always her to go back because she earned more money than me.
So she was the sugar mama.
She was definitely, yeah. So she was the one that was supporting me. No, she always earned more money than us. And so when we had a kid, we basically struggled financially for a little while just to make ends meet. And I had to change job about 3 times in a year. And just at the point of which we was going to, look into options for her to go back, Ladbaby started to take off. And it started to make us just a little bit of money. And we were like, okay, we're going to try and make this work. And we basically did for about 2 years, not really earning a great deal, because at that time, all our audience was on Facebook.
And there wasn't monetization.
There wasn't
back then.
monetization.
Exactly.
YouTube for us hadn't really started. We wasn't really getting any views on there. And so, but we believed in what we was doing and the content we was creating. So we're like, we're just going to struggle through and make it work. And I'm going to sort of do this on the side of a real job. And then, over like the last sort of year, monetization came in onto Facebook, and we launched a subscription scheme on Facebook that basically means that we now have people that are Ladbaby Turbos. So
Love it.
They pay to watch added content and for us to do lives and for them to help direct the content and what we do. And so it was then that they both started, and we were like, okay, now we're earning a bit of money. we can afford the mortgage.
Exactly.
My wife doesn't have to go back to work, and now I can come and join her. And so, yeah, that was basically the deciding factor.
And do you feel like your content like exploded after that when you're able to put full time into creating content, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think creatively it gives us more freedom now because we've gone from sort of only being able to work in 2 days to now work over 7 days. And it's allowed us to commit more to the subscription scheme that we do. So there's now content, like we do content every other day for people that subscribe. So we do on a Monday, I get basically kicked out of Ladbaby. My wife takes over and they do videos with her and she gets ideas and things from those guys. And then on Wednesdays, we do something called Wet Wednesday, which is I have like a pub/shed in the back garden. And I basically get drunk every Wednesday night live with our subscribers, and we play drinking games and beer pong and all these things. And then on Fridays, we do Fan Friday, where we open fan mail and give out shout outs and do messages and sort of try and connect with the people that subscribe to us. So all those things basically never happened before I was full time, and we've been able to commit to that more and get a deeper connection with the people that. What
does your family think? I mean, here you have this stable job, and you're like, oh, I'm going to quit and do Facebook videos.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a shock to everybody. You know, I went to college, uni, and forged an amazing career for myself as a graphic designer. I was working at one of the top agencies in London, but creatively, it didn't ever feel like I was being fully fulfilled, and I always felt like I could do more. And that's what this has been so amazing at. Just being actually, I now get to just go and do crazy things as a job.
Yeah,
I don't really know how this has happened, but it's amazing.
Well, you were naturally an artist, but now you get to create art.
Yeah.
How you want to do it.
Exactly. Yeah. Now it's nice to have that freedom to go and do that. So it's bonkers.
So a couple of questions.
Yeah.
And I'll keep these questions very high level, and let me know if I should stop asking.
No, it's fine.
Questions. But how do the economics work? Facebook compared to YouTube. Are you guys seeing more revenue coming from Facebook than YouTube right now?
Yes, we've always been Facebook first. That's where our main audience is. We've got sort of we just hit 4.1 million on Facebook.
Wow.
And
your average views are amazing.
Yeah,
You're very consistent for a creator on Facebook.
Yeah, most of our videos get 1 million views within about 12 hours.
That is awesome.
Which is very rare. Like, I mean, with Facebook, even today, after they've been doing it for a couple of years, there's still so much variance. On how consistent videos perform for most creators.
I mean, Facebook's always changing, and we've definitely seen it go up and down, but it's always been relatively consistent for us over like the last couple of years. So I think the channel generally gets between sort of 10 and 20 million views a week from the back catalogue as well. And that's just like, huge compared to what we do on YouTube. Like we cross-post the same content onto YouTube. And we've got just over 800,000 YouTube followers now. So yeah, everything that we kind of do has always been driven through Facebook. When we did our songs, it was like a interesting discussion with the music label that we had.
Oh, I bet.
Because obviously YouTube streams count towards chart placement. So they actually count towards where you sit in the charts, where Facebook views don't count towards chart placement. But we was like, we kind of don't care about streaming. We need to win this on downloads. That's why we're going to focus our attention on Facebook, even though the streams don't count. And it proved to be successful both times because the click-throughs from both platforms, 80% of click-throughs came from Facebook. So basically everything we do, the whole thing that's driven is from Facebook. And so, yeah, that's where basically we've been able to make a living for ourselves. That is where it's at.
So there's a lot of creators out here, especially here at VidCon, and they want to go on Facebook, but yet they don't get the ecosystem. What are some tips that you could give, like anyone that's like looking to leverage video, whether a brand or a creator on Facebook?
You know what? I think that people's attention span is so much shorter on Facebook, and things have to move so much quicker. One of the things that we've always done is our videos have always cut really quickly. Every scene sort of goes quick. There's no real space between the conversation because obviously people are going to keep scrolling. People obviously go to YouTube to sort of watch something where they kind of don't on Facebook. Right. It's kind of in their stream. So you kind of got to capture someone's attention within 10 or 20 seconds. So I think making that opening 20 seconds really sort of engaging is obviously the important thing to keep somebody there on Facebook. I don't know really. I think with us, we just try and be relatable. We try and do things that other people are going through, or a scenario that other people can see themselves in. That's how we've always tried to create content.
Right.
And you know, we don't do what YouTubers do. We don't go swipe up, click here, hit the like button. Like we don't do any of that. We do it and we go, if you like it, follow it, sort of thing. And
Exactly.
yeah, and you know, we just put it as a top comment below. We go, we do this every week, sort of thing. Like, follow the page if you want to see more. So we've never got into hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and all that, because it's just, I don't know. We just try and live a normal life.
Exactly, and I think that right there is something that a lot of brands and creators can really get at. It's like being relatable, being authentic, being you.
Yeah,
is key. So, like, how hard is it to stay on brand? I mean, I would assume that you have all these offers to go to these posh places. And do you go to those places, or is it just being more relatable with the common person?
Well, you know what? We're just honest over absolutely everything we do. No matter where we go, no matter what we do, it's total honesty. We won't hide a brand deal. We won't hide a placement in anything we do. And I think the audience sort of respects that. So we've done some pretty big videos over the last couple of years with people like Disney, and we did a holiday with Jet2, which was amazing. And we always start the video by going, hey, Disney have contacted us and asked us to do this. And we almost tell the audience what they've asked of us, and this is what I'm going to do. And then I feel like that honesty with the audience allows them, they're not being duped into thinking it's something it's not.
Exactly. They
know that we've been probably paid or given something to do this. And I think that honesty just sort of helps everyone. It helps the audience know that we're being sort of credible with them. And well, that's the way we've always done it. And we've done it like that from the start. So and then we've been very lucky. We've never really had to do anything for money. We let, because I think me and my wife are sort of frustrated creatives. We let the creative lead everything we do,
exactly,
in opposed to anything else. So
so one thing I've noticed when we work with brands and we work with creators, the more bold the creator is about being sponsored or collaborating with a brand, like we've noticed that the audience always has a very positive sentiment around that. They want people to be very transparent and honest with them.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing as long as it works organically with your content. If anything, it's going to be empowering.
I mean, the opportunities we've had have been amazing. They've been things that we probably wouldn't have been able to have done without the brand. Like we went on an amazing holiday, which was awesome. We did a whole campaign with eBay where I went and ran a Tough Mudder course for like 5 miles and did all these weird and wonderful things that I would never have done without it. And then I was on a TV ad. They put me on a TV ad, helping sponsor eBay, and the audience, we was always honest. We said, eBay have come to us, and the audience were like, oh my God, congrats. This is amazing. This is great for you guys. And they was actually really quite happy for us, because I think, they've been on this journey with us as well. They've seen us transition over the last couple of years, and they get excited when they come along because they get to see us in new places or doing something that we wouldn't normally do. So yeah, we've got an amazing audience that sort of support us in things like that.
That's great. So tell me a little more about your subscribers on Facebook and how that works. So you have a community that subscribes to you and they actually pay to get additional content? Yes.
Yeah. So we did it. We launched it initially on Facebook. We was one of the first people that sort of trialed it around the world. And yeah, we basically just sort of told our audience that there's now an option. We currently only do one video a week to basically everybody. And that's what we've always done from the start. We've started, sometimes we do more than one if there's something that happens during the week, but we always guarantee one every week. And yeah, we basically said that we're going to start doing stuff throughout the week. We're going to start doing, as I say, Monday, Wednesday, Fan Fridays, and we're going to start giving them extended cuts of the weekly video, so they'll get like an extra minute or deleted scenes or things like that. And again, we just said, look, we know it's not going to be for everyone. We know that not everyone's going to be able to afford it, but if you wanna come and watch it, come and see them. We're going to be doing it, and yeah, it's kind of gone from strength to strength. We're one of the biggest subscribed pages on Facebook now.
How many people subscribe to that?
We've never actually told anyone
Oh,
how
okay.
many people.
And it's okay.
But yeah, no, we have a few thousand people that basically subscribe on there, and we launched YouTube about 6 months ago, and that's not as subscribed as Facebook, but it's still doing extremely well.
Yeah, you have like 900,000 subscribers there, right?
Yes, but YouTube
doing
also
the
launched
membership, yeah.
membership on there as well.
Right.
So we did that on there as well. So we now have that as well. And yeah, both those have been steadily sort of growing or being consistent over the last year. And yeah, it's amazing that now we have this community of people that, you know, the hardest thing for us is before we started doing this was we'd get a video that maybe had 10 million views and there was thousands and thousands of comments, but it was almost impossible to know who the top fans were.
Exactly.
And who the people that was returning every week and who the people that was engaging in us and who the people that was downloading our song. And the subscription has allowed us to actually get to know our biggest fans.
You get more insight and more data.
Yeah, totally.
It's
Well,
amazing.
we know the names of like dozens of people now because they watch every live. And when we go and do a meet and greet, these are the people that come. So we go, oh my God, we can now put a name to a face.
Yep.
Oh,
Love
that's
it.
amazing.
It's amazing. And then if there's a week where we kind of, what video should we do this week? We can run a poll and we know that we're going to get an insight into what we should do for a video because these are the people that share all our content and actually love it. So we can go, do you want to do this or this?
So on Facebook, is it like a private group that they have membership for? So you're just posting in there, or is it on your main page?
Basically, it's on our main page. Basically, when we post something to Facebook, there's just a drop down where we go post to everyone or post to subscribers.
I love it.
So
I love it.
if you're a subscriber, you basically get the notification and it just appears on our feed like normal. And if you're not, you don't. And what's been, I guess, surprising for us, which we didn't know, but it's been amazing. There's been like subgroups that have been set up now by themselves. So there's like a Ladbaby pen pal group now that we don't run, we don't operate. It's nothing to do with us. But I know there's like 2,000 people around the world that are now pen paling each other,
That's crazy.
sending just stuff to each other and chocolates from each country. And it's amazing. There's like almost like a sub like community now that's been built off of our community. It's phenomenal.
So what's the split? Because is it the same with Facebook monetization? It's the same split with that when they contribute, or is it?
So on Facebook, it costs £3.49 a month, or $3.99 in dollars, and I think we get 70 or 75% comes to the creator.
Okay, so it's the same.
And it's the same as what YouTube I think offers on membership.
Yeah.
So yeah, we see most of that money coming to us, and that's what's been amazing in terms of us actually being able to do this full time and committing to bigger videos.
So that really is making a huge difference on sustaining your guys' content. I mean, would you say it's like maybe 50% of the rev share, like from ads, or is it less than that?
You know what? Ads are so hit and miss on Facebook. You can have a really strong month, and then you can have a month that sort of doesn't do quite
feast
so well.
or famine, right?
It really is. And you can have a video on Facebook that's got like 10 million views, but doesn't earn as much as a video that's got 1 million views because it's all about getting people past 1 minute on views on Facebook.
Sure.
So 10 million people might have watched 10 seconds, but they haven't watched 2 minutes. And so it's not always consistent with Facebook. So it's either subscription is probably the most consistent, revenue for us now because we
That's
have a
amazing.
consistent fan base which are paying to see the extra content.
Are there a lot of creators that are seeing a very similar trend, or
You know what? I don't
I've never
know.
heard this story before.
Yeah, right. So I don't know. I know that we basically do a lot with Facebook. We talk a lot on a lot of their panels. We're talking on a panel here at VidCon about the membership and subscription that we do for them because I don't know. I know that we were one of the biggest subscribed channels in terms of paying subscribers in the world. So we've been able to obviously make a success of it, which I don't know that many people have. I don't know. But I don't know if people are committing to it. A lot of the creators that I've spoken to that have trialed it haven't been able to make it a success because they kind of don't really know what
to
extra
do.
to give
Yeah.
or how they should do it. And I think one of the advantages for us is we never delivered lots of content in the beginning. We was only ever doing one a week. where I think lots of creators already do lives and already do fan mail opening and stuff where, because we never did that initially, it was easy for us to upscale from one video to more.
Right.
I remember when Patreon launched.
Right.
And like how cool that was. But looking at this, or as we're discussing these new opportunities on YouTube and Facebook, I'm going to assume that this is going to be a threat to Patreon.
Here's the thing with Patreon. Like anytime that you have to leave the platform to go consume content, that's a bad thing, right? And so like being on Facebook or YouTube where it's automatically built in, I mean, that's the big deal because they don't have to leave, they can get access to it and it's super easy. Like it's just really easy to fulfill on that commitment, right?
Totally, yeah. Obviously you want to keep your audience where they are. We've got 4 million people on Facebook and, the minute you put a link on, people aren't going to, there isn't going to be 4 million people that click that link.
Exactly.
And so if you
I wish the cut was the same. I want that 10%, so it's like 90%, but
Sure, but the ability to put something where your audience already is has been, phenomenal for us.
Yeah.
Things are really starting to act a lot more like the East. Like in China, there's a lot of platforms that are doing similar things. They've been doing it for years.
Right.
And it's actually kind of cool to see this happen over here.
Yeah, and I wonder, like my whole thing is it ever going to hit the fatigue of the viewer? Like they're getting inundated with all these different places they need to subscribe to, right? Like that right there, or are they going to scale back from traditional SVOD?
Or does it make the consumer much more empowered to really target what they want to watch?
Yeah.
So like right now, you have all these different streaming platforms.
I just subscribed to another one and it's driving me nuts. So I just did CBS All Access so I can watch Picard.
I know. My wife and I, we've agreed that we have to have one password, the same password for all the platforms.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's getting complicated.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to become even more complicated. We're seeing a decentralization of content and platforms.
Yeah.
But, it's going to be interesting. Like, is this going to be something where Facebook and YouTube can start taking ad dollars potentially away from some of those major platforms by people just wanting to consume a lot more of a specific piece of content?
Yeah, I find
much
it
more niche. It's much different, but who knows? It might be apples to apples in the next 2 years.
Yeah, I find it interesting though, because don't get me wrong. I mean, I love the subscription model. I think it's great for creators. I understand the cut when they're actually going out and facilitating the ad and then putting that ad and you're doing the shared revenue, but I just don't understand how big of a cut they can actually take and why they can take such a big cut when all they're providing is the platform. It's like, okay, here's a button that we're activating and, going from there. It's like, how much work does it really take?
We're going to see a rise of platforms.
Yeah.
When it comes to streaming and when it comes to live content.
Yeah,
it's just going to happen. It's happening in other countries, and it's going to be happening more and more in Europe and in the U.S. Whoever has the best offering for the creator, that has the best UI, the best experience for the consumer and the content creator, those are going to be the ones that win.
Well, and it's where it's where the audience is at, though.
Well,
at the end of the day, it's where is the audience going?
100%. But this is the thing: the audience is now used to following someone on multiple platforms.
Yeah.
Like having an Instagram, a Facebook, a YouTube, and a TikTok and a Twitter is very normal.
It is.
Adding one more that might have a better experience. This should be making the, Fang or, all the major platforms start shaking a little bit because people are now conditioned to working with a variety of platforms at all ages. And so this is, it's going to be very interesting to see new platforms on the rise that are just going to make it so everything's built around the creator and the audience, not around the advertiser.
So what are you doing, Mark, like to really get to know your fans? Do you have like a newsletter or anything else like besides that, or does the platform own all your data?
Yeah, no, we basically we just run everything through mainly Facebook and YouTube, and it's the Ladbaby Turbos is what they're called, the paying subscribers. They're the ones where I guess we do the most. We do lives with them probably a couple of times a week, and that's where we're sort of getting that instant response from things.
Yeah. So that's what's tough, because I think at the end of the day, like, platforms will come and go. I mean,
Sure.
whether it's just the data and the audience of where the audience is going to go. And I've seen a lot of creators jump platform because they're like, hey, I'm going to go on TikTok, come over here. And then, they get, millions of followers just immediately because they have that fan base. But it'll be interesting because I think that, like, owning the data, I think is really important. How to connect with the fans is going to be the key.
It's going to be very content centric.
It really is
content and creator centric. I mean, that's where things are going. It's not necessarily about the platform anymore. It's about the content you want to consume.
Yeah, and I think too, it's just like, okay, they see it, but are they really following the page? Because like there's a lot that's actually going on, like the post reach and so on.
Yeah.
Because they might see it consistently, they engage with consistently, but they're probably not even following the page.
Yeah.
Well,
so it's one of the visions that we have as like the company that Ben, we do a lot in AI. We're an AI company, but one of the reasons why we have the offerings that we have is so brands don't have to be so dependent on one platform and their data.
Yeah.
But that they can literally be able to be cross-platform and platform agnostic, because we know that this is going to be something that is going to be much more prevalent in the next 5 to 10 years.
So you went to the TikTok party. Are you considering going on TikTok at all?
Yeah.
Or
why haven't you jumped on TikTok? I mean, you like music, right?
Well, he has.
And
he says,
I'm sure you're a lot like Derral. You probably like to dance as well.
Yeah, but I can't dance.
Either can I.
And
so.
this is it. And nobody wants to see a 30-year-old dad trying to dance.
Well, you should see Derral do it. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
You want
No, not at all. No one wants to see that.
He does dance tango every weekend.
There we go. No, you know what? TikTok feels like such a young audience. And, our demographic is 25 to 35. And so at the minute, it's just like we already do YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and it's just me and my wife.
You're sounding like an old man.
And I know, I am an old man now. I am.
Just play with it. Start testing it.
What's this new one? Byte? What isn't Vine back? Vine's back with Byte, isn't it?
Go to TikTok first.
Oh, there's too many.
See if there's an audience there.
I haven't got time. I haven't got time to do more. No, you know what? I'd rather focus doing what we do well where we're doing it, as opposed to trying to like spread bet and put it everywhere. But maybe we'll see.
I mean that right there, what you just said, like I think a lot of creators can learn from that because they do spread themselves too thin, and it's like, okay, let's go over here, over there, and then the content actually is not to the level where it needs to be.
Yeah. We focus on where we're best. We launched 6 months ago a secondary YouTube channel, which is Ladbaby and Sons, which is now me and my son doing sort of like life lessons and toys.
That's so cool.
Yeah, just another option for me and him. So it's a bit more sort of child friendly, which is fun. That's I think nearly up to 200K on subscribers on YouTube. So that's just like another little fun thing that we do as well. So I just haven't got time for another one.
So what's your plan on scale? Because you're
global domination. We've got to get there.
Right. So do you guys have like an editor? Do you have a team? Oh, wow.
No,
so Derral has a lot of things to share with you right now.
Scaling is important.
I mean, because that's probably your next phase, right? Like make it so you like pump out that content, make sure it's consistently good, but having people help you.
There's two types of creators. This way I look at it. The creators that just are happy with what they have.
Yeah.
And then those that actually want a lot more and, they go into it. So I would assume just based off of the dynamics of it, it's like you just want to do what you love to do, right?
Totally. Yeah. We really have loved doing what we've done with the song because we've been able to, take something online and do something bigger with it in a, traditional media sense. And that's what's been amazing. And if there's an ability for us to keep doing things in the traditional space, then I want to keep doing it. But in terms of like editing, I'm just too much of a control freak.
Yeah.
And
you're a creator. I mean,
I spent sort of 10 years being a graphic designer, which I learned how to video edit in there. We video everything on our iPhone and edit it on an iPhone and upload it on an iPhone.
Really?
That's
really?
amazing.
So you're like total mobile.
Total mobile, yeah.
That is unbelievable.
Like the only thing I go on the laptop for is basically just to Photoshop the still for the still frame and to do my hashtags.
So you're not doing the Photoshop on the iPhone or anything?
Not doing the Photoshop on the iPhone yet, but if the app gets there.
It's getting closer. It really is.
Yeah, no, we do everything basically on the mobile and just upload it straight from there. And edit it on a totally free app that I downloaded, and yeah, that's how we've always done it. So I guess that sort of takes a bit of the editing freedom, frees it up a little bit because I can edit basically anywhere with a pair of
an Apple
headphones.
phone?
Yeah, I just got an iPhone.
Oh,
and
That is crazy.
Yeah, like Apple should reach out.
Apple,
and you should start like an online university.
Yeah.
Like how you can like build a media empire or
On your iPhone.
on your iPhone.
Yeah, it's
I mean that's amazing. Like you could literally have a channel just talking about that.
yeah, everything's done on there, edited on there, and just uploaded. So yeah, I guess look, we'll upscale if we feel we need it, but at this moment in time, I feel like we've got it together.
You got your rhythm down.
I feel like we've got it together.
Yeah.
We've consistently been able to hit our subscription targets and our video a week for 3 years. The channel continues to grow, so I'm like, I don't want to change it while if it's not broken, don't change it.
Exactly.
And if things start to go the other way, then of course. But for now, we're okay.
Yeah.
For now.
Well, that's interesting. So mobile, so you can pretty much go and anywhere you want, and you can pretty much shoot and edit right on the spot.
Yeah.
Do you find uploading to be an issue, like where you're at, or like because like when you travel? I mean, do you find it's easy to upload and you're getting it high quality, or?
Yeah, well, yeah. I've got 4G. Don't want to show off, but I've got 4G on my phone, the data, and so I just edit it all on a free app. It does it all in HD, and then I just upload it basically wherever I am, straight to YouTube and Facebook. And I normally upload it, but not post it. I'd normally upload it as a draft, and then go on the laptop
and then do the
hashtags and do all the thumbnail, and then post it. But you know what? It just makes life so much easier because with 2 kids as well and a life to run, it allows me that when I'm sitting on a train or a tube, I can go, right, headphones in, I'm going to edit this video now. And I've not got to sit there in front of a massive screen like I did for 10 years of my life.
Yeah.
It's allowed a bit more freedom to do things on the go. And filming it is obviously a lot easier because we don't have to roll in somewhere with a giant camera and people go, put that camera away. Because I don't know we're doing it.
What I find fascinating, and this is something I think that a lot of video editors can really learn from. A lot of people literally will just edit on a big screen and it looks perfect. But where you're editing on a small screen, you're actually optimizing it for mobile.
Well, you see what the audience sees.
Exactly.
Because that's where most people are going to watch it.
Exactly.
So if it looks fine and you're getting the story across, then, it doesn't have to be perfect. That, not everything has to sound perfect as long as they can hear it. It's what we've always said from the beginning. It's not like the production of the video. It's just the quality of what you're doing. And people will watch it. Like, people will watch these like terrible TV shows of people falling over that have basically been sent in on VHS. Because somebody falling over is always funny.
It is always funny.
No matter what HD it's in. So, it doesn't matter. If it works, it works. And that's why we do it the way we do it. And yeah, it gives us a lot of freedom because I just walk in somewhere. If I want to go and film it, I've just got a phone in my hand. I've not got a rig and a light and this, and it's just this. And you can kind of get away with it now. Although I am 6'8", so people are like, "It's not that Ladbaby bloke." And I'm like,
no. Well, very good. Do you have any? I want to ask him the final question, but do you have any other questions that you want to ask before we close this thing?
How exhausted are you?
I mean, I've got a 1-year-old that doesn't sleep. I don't sleep anymore. I've given that up a long time ago. No, it is tiring. It is very tiring, but the rewards are so great. This isn't a real job. It isn't. I shouldn't be getting paid for this, but I am.
But you're doing what you love, though, right?
I am, and every day I'm like, wow, I get to do this again.
Yeah,
and that's what's amazing, that I get to, one of the goals in the very beginning was for me to basically see my kids grow up. That I didn't, working as a graphic designer, it can be long days. You don't get home till the kids are in bed. And in the beginning, I was missing a lot of that, where now I'm at home and I get to actually see my kids grow up.
That's so great.
Whilst making silly videos and making people laugh. I think so much of social media does get a bad name, and we're just trying to be positive. We're trying to make people laugh. We're trying to raise money for charity and just give people a break from what could be, a bad time in their life. We do get a lot of messages saying people are struggling with a certain thing, and our videos make them laugh. And so that's a reason to keep doing it. And, if we're getting messages like that, I'll keep doing it.
And is that where the motivation comes from when you get those messages like that? You're like, okay, this is really impacting people's lives. And
the money we raised from our first song was enough to feed, I think, over 70,000 people.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's
and you're like, and that's just the first song. And you go, if we have that sort of ability from a social media channel, why would we not use it for the right reasons? Why would we not use it to help people?
I love it.
Well, you guys are now starting to see numbers where you're seeing similar metrics to like TV channels.
Yeah.
And large creators.
But the payout's not the same.
But what's interesting, oh yeah, sure. The payout's different.
But more freedom.
Yeah.
A lot more freedom.
They're profitable. I mean,
That's right.
and you guys have made the decision to keep this profitable instead of like growing it really, really big. But my question is around permits. Like, you kind of have a loophole. Just being able to film your family with a cell phone.
Exactly.
Makes
right.
it so you really don't have to go and get any permits from any cities, etc.
I just don't.
Until they watch this podcast. Now,
I just ruined it for you.
It's fine. It's fine. No one sees me coming. I'm normally out before they realize.
Well, because even if you just have like a small camera, that's going to make people nervous.
Totally.
But having a cell phone, everyone's filming with a cell phone and uploading it to social media.
It doesn't
normal,
look,
but you just have a huge following and you're doing it.
Yeah, it doesn't look out of place. We went to the Brit Awards this week and filmed everything at the Brit Awards and backstage and the lot, and no one batted an eyelid. No one knew it was happening because it's just me and my wife with a phone. And, it's amazing. It's good fun and allows us to go places which, we probably should get permits for, but it's fine. It's fine.
social media. Nobody wants.
No one's watching this, are they?
Right.
Yeah.
Make sure you tweet it, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, final question.
Final question. So, is there anything in the industry that you're excited about? The things that are happening that you just like, man, this is super great. It's very disruptive.
I'm liking the ability for social media to cross over into traditional media. So, what we did with the song at Christmas was amazing. It's nice to go into that arena. I think obviously what KSI and Logan Paul have done with boxing, irrelevant of what people might think. It's amazing to see that social media are being able to take on traditional media and are able to upset that arena, and they're getting in front of people that perhaps wouldn't normally see them. In this country, there's been like Strictly Come Dancing, which is, they've had like Joe Suggs, he went on there, he did dancing. Saffron went on there this year. It's amazing that social media is being able to break through into traditional media.
It's clashing together right now.
It is. Yeah, it really is.
I think there's a real resistance from traditional media. I think they're scared because they don't quite understand it yet.
Yep.
But it's
also celebrities are starting to do what you're doing, and that makes it so they have less reliance on studios and cable networks.
Totally. Yeah, so that's the exciting thing for us, and that's the thing that's exciting me. Like, we've done a song, but what else can we do? Where else is there an opportunity for us to go into an arena that we probably shouldn't be, or people don't expect us? And that's what we're always thinking about. And where can we go and upset people and pop up where they're not expecting me?
Which you're actually going to be on. You're actually hosting radio, aren't you?
Yeah. Next week.
Yeah, tell us about this.
Yeah, next week. I'm hosting local radio in Nottingham. Their normal like DJ is on holiday for a week, and they wanted a local celebrity. And
City of the AM.
He said no, so they asked me. It's every morning, like 8 till 12. I've never done it. I've not practiced. I don't know what's going to happen.
So it will be in your videos, though, of course, right?
We will make a video of what we do and how it's going to be. And hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun. And hopefully a new demographic.
I just hope you don't do Wet Wednesdays in the morning, because
it'll mean a totally different thing in the morning, won't it? But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's going to be good fun, though.
Well, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks
really
so
appreciate
much,
it.
Thanks for having me. Thank you very much.
Yep. And thank you for watching this podcast. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, whatever you do. Like, whatever you need to do, just do it. Do it now. We'll see you on the next video.